Hey, so I'm Ed Mothershed, and I got on here because I wanted to speak on some stuff about people that have relationships at work. And what I mean, people that are dating at work. If that is you, if it's working for you, I guess it's fine. But I'm thinking that people shouldn't date if they work together, because it gives all kind of complications, and it's just messy. It gets messy. Say if you break up, now you have all the tension in the world with each other, and it pours over into the work. Not only that, but if you have other workers that are trying to have a relationship with you, that's almost impossible, because now that you've broken up with someone and getting with someone else, now there's all this fighting and animosity and tension. Another spectrum also would be if one is a supervisor and the other one's a regular worker. Now you have a bias situation where every move that's made, everyone is looking at it like it's bias, because you're dating that person. So I would suggest keep it out of the workplace. Don't don't get close to people that are at work. If you do, one of you should be leaving, or planning to leave. I was in a situation at work where I was friends with someone I dated, but we didn't date until after we left that job. And we weren't liking each other at the job. We were just close, but we weren't thinking about dating each other at the job. We were nowhere. We were just friends. But as friends, it was difficult to work together, because if you had other people, because I was kind of biased, excuse me, because we're friends. If things happened to that person and if things happened to me, they were biased. And I don't mean biased, it's just we were protective of each other as friends. So it's hard to work with friends. It's hard to work with relatives. It's also, same thing. So it's really any type of close relationship you have with people at work is just very hard, especially if you're dating. Another situation where I knew two people that were dating at work, no one knew. And the funny part about it was people would talk about the other person to the other person in a negative way, and so but they couldn't reveal that they were dating. And then so one of them ended up leaving, and then they ended up revealing that they were dating, and also they eventually got married. The funny part was people that were talking bad about one or the other or both had egg on their face, and then they wanted to kind of dispute the fact that they were dating, but it was like it was nothing they could do, because they were just dating and no one knew. And there was nothing that really officially went on for anyone to dispute, to be like, hey, they were dating, so that wasn't fair. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just the fact that people were upset because they didn't know. So it could get really messy, and I don't think that that's a good idea to, be dating, other people at work. And having, it's hard enough to have regular relationships as friendships. That's another thing too. Be careful of friendships at work, because sometimes friendships can turn messy, because if you end up getting mad at each other or whatever, because you're going out and partying and doing all these things together, that can turn out messy too. So it's really a fine line when it comes to any type of relationship at work. So I just say be careful when you're doing that. Someone wanted me to kind of speak on it and make a video, plus, hearing about some things that went on at work. That's another thing too. When you have people that are friends, also another thing, when people are friends at work, they get to playing a little bit too much playfulness. And then one might get serious or get upset about it and get real serious about it. And now you have people, especially supervisors, stuck between a rock and a hard place, because they weren't saying anything at first because it was all playful banter and stuff. And then, when it gets serious, now you're like, well, I thought you guys were playing. I mean, I thought you guys were friends and cool and all that. And so, it gets a little rougher, sometimes. So try not to date people at work. That was the original topic. It's all right to be friends. Also, be careful of having relatives at work, because it may stop another relative for exceeding in that department. Because look at your job rules through HR, especially if you want to excel in that particular job or in that particular department. A lot of times there cannot be people that are in a relationship or married or relatives, sort of that fine line, or relatives that work in the same department, and one is a supervisor and the other one is a worker. So really check those rules, whatever type of company you work for or entity you work for, because a lot of times they don't allow anyone to excel in that department because of those reasons. So before you start recommending people and relatives, and if you want to excel in that department, you better check those rules out. Okay, so I will be trying to post other helpful hints in the job workforce. And, stay tuned. Subscribe and, push that like button if this was helpful. Or if you can even make comments. Let me know if you've ever been in these situations or ever seen these situations. Yeah, they exist. Happens all the time. I've been in the workforce for many of years and have seen it over and over and over again. Also, like I said, I've had friends, people that I became friends with and close with, not on a relationship wise, but just friends. And you find yourself being very protective of them and them protective of you, because maybe the supervisor doesn't like you or like the other one, and you're trying to, iron it out. All right. So like and subscribe if you like this content. I will have much, much more. All right. And shout out to Dante London and his wife and their beautiful family. You've inspired me. Dante London, y'all check him out. He's great content. All right. Peace.